So let's take a look at the next problem. How long was money in an account? Oh, well, automatically we know it's asking something different. So it's saying, how long was money in the account? We don't know the amount of time. So this is going to involve a different process. If it increased from its initial deposit of 150 to its amount of 175.94 at 2.9 interest, so 0.029 is our rate. And the keyword continuously there means that we're going to pick the same formula that obviously we're using throughout these notes, but let's not get mixed up when they're, well, mixed up into different types of problems. But for now, this is what we're practicing. So 175.94 equals 150 e to the 0.029 t. Well, let's just go ahead and keep solving it the way we've been doing it. Let's divide by 150. And at first, this is going to look very familiar, e to the 0.029 t. And then we have this over here, so we're going to type it in. 175.94 divided by 150, and we get that lovely decimal there, 1.17293 repeating. Okay, so now we have a problem. We need to take the log of both sides, and I'm going to write it down, but I'm going to write it right but wrong. So we're going to have log with the base of e. Now, e is not a variable anymore. E is a number. If I want to know what e is, well, there's a button on the calculator, and it tells me what it is, okay? Nevertheless, is log base e of 1.17293 repeating, and that's equal to t. Okay, I could type that. I could do my little math alpha math thing, and right here where it says log base what, I would type second, and hope you see it in the bottom of the screen, the little E right there, second and E is the division button. And we could do that, and I'm actually going to do that, but I'm going to show you somewhat of a shortcut. And then 1.17293, put a few threes, and there we go. And so T would equal that. Wait, no, it doesn't equal that. I have made a mistake, and let's fix it. Let's fix it right now. That is not equal to T. That is equal to 0.029 T. Okay, there we go. This is something that didn't seem right. So this is 0.1595, I'll stop there, equals 0.029 T. We're going to divide that by 0.029. And there we go. T equals 5.5 years. Now, there's a logical place to round that, and it's not always that neat and pretty, but in this case it is. I wrote that in pencil because I had every intention of erasing it, but I'm not, because we're not wrong. However, here's the shortcut. Instead of using log base e, there's a special logarithm we can use, and we're gonna have a whole lesson devoted to it in a day or so. But whole lesson devoted to it, and instead of typing log, we can use this. Okay, you know, like on the earlier part of this lesson, when you had to get E, you press second and E, like second and LN. Well, now we're going to use LN. It's called a natural log. It's kind of backwards. It looks like log natural, but it's natural log. Okay, so instead of typing all this mess, I could have simply typed, and check this out, LN 1.17293, get the same thing. Okay. Just throwing that out there. So we're going to use that as our shortcut. So if my base is E, I will use a natural log. So here goes. 800 is invested at 5% interest, compounded continuously. It's left in the account for a few years, grows to that amount. How long was it in the account? Let's just start writing. Let's not put the stuff over here that we do know. So A equals PE to the RT. I do know A is 1254.64. I do know P is 800. I know E is a number. And it is 5% interest, so 0.05, and then T. We'll divide by 800. This one should be a terminating decimal. 1254.64 divided by 800, and it is indeed a terminating decimal. 1.5683 equals e to the 0.05 t. And now we're going to write it in logarithmic form. So you could say log base e, but if the base is e, we don't have to write log, we write ln, and there's an understood e right down here. And again, there's a whole lesson devoted to it, but not yet. So natural log base e 1.5683 equals 0.05 t. And we'll just type this in the calculator. We don't need to type that little e right there. So natural log of 1.5683 is 0.44999. We can round that. There's a logical place to round it. So 0.45 equals 0.05 t. We'll divide by 0.05, and that looks like about 9 to me, so 9 years equals t. So the next problem is very similar, only they're asking for something different, and it's going to take a little bit of extra work at the end. So I recommend you go ahead and give it a shot. You can try it on your own if you like. I am going to keep going, and I will talk through it. So 624 was my original investment. It does say continuously. So 624 goes here. I got an E. For 6 years and 9 months, okay, at an interest rate that compounds continuously, it grows to 733.74. Maybe I do need to write some stuff down. So let's do this. So time equals 6 years and 9 months. And then it says at a rate. And then what was the rate? So R is what I'm looking for. So instead of finding T, now I'm finding R. They did give me T, but what am I going to do with that? Okay, back to the original formula. T has to be in terms of years. So I can't be like, oh, it's 6. Now, some people would say 6.9. Every time I teach a problem like this, they're like, 6.9. No, that would mean 6 and 9/10. What I really have is 6 years and 9 months out of 12 months. Well, 9 out of 12 is 3/4 of a year. We'll use our knowledge of decimals and fractions as 6.75 years. So time is 6.75. R is what we don't know. We'll divide by 624. So 733.74 divided by 624. Whoops, messed up. 624. There we go. Oh my goodness. We have a mess, but that's okay. 1.175865385. By the way, we've been through this before, but it would behoove you, I love that word, it would behoove you to write those decimals and use those decimals, because when you take a log, if you've rounded things off too soon, you're going to really have a lot of error. So we're going to take the log base E. Oh wait, log base E is a natural log of 1.175865385, and that's equal to 6.75 R. My decimal was floating up there. There we go. We'll kind of bring it down. We'll try to anyway. Let's find out what the natural log of that is. So the natural log of that last answer, I'm going to press second and answer. So it's 0.162, I think that's a logical place to round, equals 6.75 R. We'll divide by 6.75. Okay, R equals 0.024000. We'll stop there. Now, we're not going to stop the problem there because they said, what was the rate? But what rate? Well, when they say rate, they say percent. So now we're switching back from a decimal. Let me slide this over. They're switching back from a decimal to a percent. We'll move our decimal from where it is 2 places to the right. Always 2 places because percent is out of 100. So 1, 2. So this is really going to be 2.4%. Okay. We could do the next problem. However, as I glance at it, I realize that it is the exact same as number 5. Therefore, it is not going to be on your paper. So there we go. Lucky you. We have done the practice that I think is sufficient, and we're good to go.